What's up, cuties? It's your girl, Tana Too Cute. And look, we need to talk about all the Queens Men, season 3, episode 11, titled The Ultimate Price. Y'all know ain't nothing free, right? So in this episode, it says the cops are on Madam's heels as she discovers a new twist regarding her father's fate. El Fragro, El, starts to crack under pressure regarding his ex, and Big D, pretty boy as I call him, becomes a suspect in Madam's eyes. So let's kind of break down the highlights for me in this episode. Let's talk about it.
I feel good. Wait a minute. Who I know that I would know. Wow.
So the episode picks up with, of course, Madam finding out that Cadillac is not dead. So she is still in total disbelief and really thinking that she's dreaming about this whole situation. But of course, Cadillac, let her know that he got wind that, Concierge was behind trying to, kill him by his brother. So he got on down. So he had the nasty nurse, help him get out of there. So what they did was they actually, Mr. Jones, he really has Alzheimer's, and they just swapped bodies. So he was on his way out anyway. So Cadillac used that body, and that's who actually was, taken out of here, so that Cadillac can, get out. So he, wanted to let her know that he had to do it that way because he knew that she would basically find out that he wasn't dead eventually. So everybody, he want her to, stick to the plan. Everybody must, continue to believe that he is dead, because his plan is for him and the nasty nurse to sail off to Costa Rica and start a new life. But I just don't think that that's going to be the end of it. It's just not going to be that easy for you to just start a new life in Costa Rica. Concierge is too smart for that. So I'm pretty sure the way Concierge can get information, make things happen in the city, he is very capable of learning that Cadillac is not dead. But we'll see. I could be wrong. It's just my theory. So Cadillac told Madam, hey, I need you to follow through with this funeral, go as planned. He really wasn't too happy with, what she did, to her sister, and basically told her that the cop's going to be waiting for Madam, at Club Eden. Cadillac be knowing everything. So he on the same level, as Concierge, if you ask me. So he said that, and I kind of see it. He said that Madam and her sister is too much alike. That's why they don't get along. But he wants them to team up. And if they team up, boy, Atlanta don't know what will be coming, because if they do team up together, I think they'll make a good team, but they got to put their differences aside, and somebody got to be willing to listen, so that they can maximize on their strengths. So that was one of two of the biggest highlights in the episode. We're back at the Club Eden. Did y'all see the scene from the Men of Eden? They titled that dance scene "The Secret Garden of Eden." Boy, them boys know they be dancing. You hear me? But anywho, we'll talk about that later. Madam get a call from the Detective Davis, and she really wants to meet with Madam because she is, really under fire right now. She's been suspended, and she's willing to give all the information because she need money so she can, I guess, run off. Elle gets a visitor at the door, and come to find out that visitor is Sandra's mom. So remember, That was his ex-girlfriend that Madam, of course, had to, take out. And that mom is still trying to find out what happened to her daughter. Being that Elle was the last person that saw her, she want answers. And Elle, he is just cracking under pressure. He don't even sound believable, y'all. I mean, she basically is telling him, if you don't start speaking up, then she's going to be forced to go to the media, child. And that's what she don't want to do. Bring in more attention to Club Eden and Elle. Madam not going to like that. She'll have a price to pay. So the second highlight for me in this episode was Trouble in Chimp. That's his name. Y'all know in my last video, y'all check that out for episode 9 and 10. I couldn't think of Chimp name for nothing in this world, but Trouble in Chimp. Chimp they're worried at this moment because Miss Tandy, of course, went to Madam and told Madam that they robbed her, and they blamed it on Madam, saying that Madam put them up to it. So they worried about that. But in the meantime, Chimp get a call or get an alert that his house is being broken into. And the first thing come to his mind is that the money is there, and more than likely, they're going to take that money. So Trouble, she ain't going. She want to, let's go. Let's go pull up and see what's going on. Because, my first thought was, Chimp, you set all this up. You done did something with this money because you want all of it to yourself. And Trouble ain't going. So she said, look, let's sneak out this back door and we need to, ride up and see what's going on. So they do get there and the money is gone, y'all. The money is gone. So my first thought is, Champ set all this up. But we'll come right back to that, okay? Madam does decide to meet with Detective Davis in this real dirty, Madam said, roach-infested location. And Detective Davis really gave her information that she already knew. But one piece of information she gave her was that, there was the CI, the informant, which is Big D, really did not kill Casanova. And Tommy, he hadn't said a word to Madam because he already knew, because Trouble in Chimp told him that they saw Casanova coming out of the police station. So Madam, okay, she got all the information from her. Most of it she already knew. And she said, she'll be in contact. You keep bringing her information. But Detective Davis was like, where the money at right now? I'm trying to get on down. But that ain't how Madam works. That ain't how she operates. Madam gets to the club finally. Yeah, she did get in Tommy's tail a little bit, but not like how I expected her to get in Tommy's tail about the Casanova situation. It was real, dumb on Tommy's end. But anywho, so once they got to the club, Madam did share with the whole Eden family that, her father had passed and they're welcome to come to the funeral, on the next day. And then she, once everybody left, she wanted Big D to stay behind. Yeah, Big D, you sit your tail right on there, because I need to talk to you, because you thinking you done got over, talking about you done shot pow this guy with some certain type of bullets that don't cause you to bleed, or it make you bleed on the inside. So Madam said, go on to my office. Tommy, take him to my office. Tommy, take him to my office. So while Tommy is taking Big D to the office, Madam did have Trouble and Chimp stay behind, because she wanted to let them know, y'all silly. You're silly. And while they thinking that Chimp was robbed, actually, Madam like 30 steps ahead of them. She took the money because she demanded them to take that money back to Miss Tandy, because she don't want anything to impede on her bigger plan. She wants Miss Tandy's husband to become the mayor, because she has so much dirt on him. She can be running the city as well, or getting away with a lot of her business that she needs to do. right? So she told them, take all of that money back to Miss Tandy. So they get on down to Madam's office, and it's not the original office, it's the dungeon office, right? And Madam just basically asking Big D, so is this the pow pow you use? Can I see it? Are these the bullets? And you don't bleed? He was like, facts, facts. I mean, he was acting real confident in the beginning of the conversation. And she said, so if I pow pow somebody, then you won't bleed. So what do y'all think Madam did? Yeah, she took it and she pow pow Big D. Baby, he went down. And she was like, you bleeding though. You bleeding. And she demanded him to tell her if he was a cop. And he said that he was an informant. So we don't know. By this time, y'all, cops are outside because they do have a warrant for Madam's arrest because, of course, she stabbed her sister. And Cadillac had already told her they were going to be coming for her at the club. So the guys are outside trying to, stall the cops, and also to give Madam heads up that, they heard the shot or the pow pows on the inside. And, so Big D may have been saved at that moment, but please believe it's to be continued on Big D. Now, Madam came out of the club. She wanted to be really cooperative because of course, they just did that with Big D. So she went on in calmly, cool, collect, because she's gonna get out, right? So those are pretty much the highlights of this episode for me. Y'all let me know what you think about this episode. And then also check out the previous video that I uploaded for episode 9 and 10. You'll see that linked here as well. And then I'll be dropping episode 12 on tomorrow as well. So look, y'all like up the video, hit subscribe, and look, y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.